Alright, so now we're going to go over kind of my initial reactions of the tank. It's a lot heavier than I thought it was going to be. On the bottom here, we do have a foam pad, so it cushions the wood it sits on so it doesn't like erode it. Space-wise, it's a little bit thinner than I initially thought it was, and I knew the measurements. It only looks like I'm going to be able to get kind of one rock in the front and hardly any room up there. And there's some corner space, which is kind of odd compared to most on-one tanks. But if we flip it around and we look at the filtration system back here, it's kind of interesting. So on the two sides, as you can see, we've got this filter floss right here. And this is just to take out particles in the water, but there's two of them, which is interesting. So you would only need to replace, probably wash out probably one every so often instead of both of them. So it helps with the nutrients in the water. It helps keep your beneficial bacteria stable. There's also a glass thing inside of it. So it looks like the water goes straight down to the bottom. Or it's just the intake of the water, and then it flows over and goes through this. And then under that, that's when it goes into the next stage, which I'll pull out. Very cool. That looks like it's going to do very well. One thing I'll notice is it kind of rocks around in here, and there's a little bit of space. I'll show you guys that. So I feel like the water could just slide down the sides of it, which is a little concerning actually, but we'll see how it does with the water. So after it goes through that, it'll go underneath and into this second part right here, which slides out. Alright, so the second chamber is the biological filtration. This is where the good bacteria is going to grow. You would very rarely replace this. And you usually, if you do have to wash it out for any reason, it would be with salt tank water that's safe. So as this slides in, I still think some water could slide between, it kind of rocks around, so water could slide between that, which is a little concerning. Like I said, we'll just have to test it. And then after that, it's going to go over, and then it'll get to the return pump, which I'm guessing is one in the white boxes. And then through here, and then through this hole right here, if you can see it. It'll go through there. But so what else is interesting is you have your biological filtration right here and your chemical filtration right here. This is where you have your carbon. This is what's going to take out some of the bad nitrates, ammonium, and stuff like that out. This, I'm not too, I've seen these types of filter cloths before, and I've never really been impressed by it. Like I said, we'll just have to wait till we get water on it. But it's cool how you have two mechanical, one biological, and then one chemical on either side. So how that really works out, we've got carbon pieces falling out right now. Maybe if you keep it in there, the carbon will stay inside that, but you don't want that going throughout your tank because that will look ugly. So there's kind of one bad thing about this tank, I will say. Alright, this here is what I was talking about. So you can see the filter floss kind of rattles around in there. There's some space between, and I think the water could seep through that and almost miss the filter completely, so that's not a good thing. So the water will go down here and then up this channel right here and then through the chemical filtrations where the beads are of the rocks. That might be replaced by something by me in the future, not sure yet. And then yeah, see what I mean by this rock's in place and water could seep through that right there, completely bypassing the filtration. That's interesting. So this isn't too bad, mainly because it's got the floss. But yeah, as you can see, there's two sides right there, so that's pretty interesting. Here is the lid again. It's kind of hard to see. Oh, you can kind of see the light I got there. It's a square. It's rounded off on one side, and the other side has this jagged edge. This is where like you'll put your finger in to lift it up to take it out. But this feels very safe. It doesn't feel, I don't think it's gonna break on its own or get too crusty. Like, I think that this is very hardy, and I'm very impressed with this so far. Now we're gonna open up these white boxes that came inside of it. So let's see. This looks like, this is the return pump. This is tiny. This is really tiny. I don't even know how many gallons per hour this is. It says 40 gallons per hour. I mean, I guess it is a 6.8 gallon tank, so I don't think that'd be too bad situation. Pretty long cord, that's good, that's what you need. And then in here, we've got tubing that you put in there. Oops. like that, and then I'm gonna go grab it. Your white tube then goes over this. I assume this is the right way. I think so. And then you put that on the side of the glass, and it pumps water out. So this is the return pump. All right, now in this white box, the bigger one. I'm trying to guess what's inside. Maybe a heater? A heater would be nice. Oh, the light. Yes, of course, the light. Ooh, this looks cool. Looks like some powerful LEDs. I'm not sure if there's blue yet. I'll turn it on. Looks like a little power button you just touch. This cord fits up inside of the plastic right there. Comes down. Plastic's a little bendy. The light looks pretty hardy though. Overall, I think this would be a pretty decent light, so we'll have to check that out later. All right, and then also in here we have, this is what the light sits on. So this sits over the tank, and then the light will go in like that. So this is how this attaches to the tank. And here we have the cord for the light. This is what gives it power to turn on. So I might test that right now. All right, so now I'm gonna plug in the light for the first time. I'm gonna be blinded. Ooh, oh, wow, this looks pretty bright. There are some blue LEDs in there. I don't know how I can get it for you to see it. Oh yeah, the second mode is the night mode. So there's the blue LEDs that help with coral growth or plant growth. And then we have off, on, both, and then the night mode, and then off. So pretty bright. We'll see how it works in the tank. So here's the tank with the light on. The dimensions are 13 by 5 this way, and then 12.5 that way. Just close to 11 inches, just slightly over 11. So Braden just got to see my tank for the first time. I'm gonna put it right there. So the only problem with me putting it right there is there's no power. As you see, there's no power outlets. So what I got instead was this 20-foot long extension cord that I'm gonna run from over here somewhere behind there into my closet and around. And then I'm going to put this surge protector, this one right here, underneath. Let me show you. This is going to go inside there, and then that's going to stick underneath the closet. So that's where the extension cord will connect to that. And then everything, like the light, the filter, and the heater will connect to that inside there.